Hi guys, it's Josh Brown, and we are live from the compound. I have three of my friends with me today: Doug Bonaparth, Justin Castelli, and as always, we've got Tyrone Ross, who's been on the show before, and neither one of you guys have been. All right, I say as always, but you're a friend of the show now. So.
Okay, all right.
You're the intro for the videos.
He let me
You're in
know
the intro.
that.
So
Yeah.
as always, you kind of always are on live from the compound.
Salute.
So this crew and probably 7 or 8 people that aren't here, I guess, I don't know, I think represents the future of financial advice. What do you think about that?
Wow.
Is that like very bold statement, or is it obvious at this point?
I agree.
You agree?
100%.
I think it's
We're
actually
the
a huge
future.
compliment, big shoes to fill, but
All right.
I'll take it.
All right.
Thank
What
you.
do you think?
Yep.
All right. So we're making our own. We're making our own list, but I just feel like. So I talked to you guys offline, online. I feel like we share a lot of ideas. We share a lot of ideals about like the right way to build a financial advice practice, the right way to use technology. Like I think we have this select group of things in common, and it's really helpful for us to be talking to people that work at other firms that are trying to figure out the same things we're trying to figure out. You guys feel the same way?
Totally, yeah. And I think that from our standpoint, what you guys do and how much you share on the blogs and everything, for at least for me, I won't speak for everybody else, has been huge, because you're right, we do share the same ideals, and seeing what you guys are doing, lining up with what I want to do, like I can steal from you and make it my own.
You were doing video before us.
I was. That was one of the things I was excited to see, that I did a video, and then a little bit later I see you guys do it. I'm like, yes, I'm on something.
Your clients are into the video, like
Yeah.
it's like a way they can connect with you, but it's not like it doesn't take time up in their schedule.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, the way I look at it is it's another way to communicate with them. Similar to the way, like you say you do your blogging. It's a way for you to convey your message without having to call them. They know every week they're going to get a video talking about what's going on in the week, breaking down things. So they're going to get an explanation of what they heard in the news. And then if they have more questions, they can always call me. But it's another touch. And I have fun doing it. Like Douglas and I shot a video today. I'm doing this talk and shop thing where I talk with other advisors, pick a topic. I'm going to try to get Tyrone later, talk about Bitcoin and crypto. I mean, it's fun. I'm learning. And
So we now have like clients that are watching the videos. We had clients that were reading the blog, but now we have clients that are like, I don't really read what you guys are talking about, but the video helps me understand how you feel about whatever's going on in the markets.
Yeah.
And that's like a brand new thing that you're able to do. Like advisors 10 years ago, really, I don't think could do that. You'd have to like
Seminar.
Hit 'em up.
go on Bloomberg TV or something.
Yeah.
Now you were doing Facebook before we were doing Facebook.
Yeah.
Are you still doing as much there, or
All,
is that
all Twitter now. All Twitter. But yeah,
Twitter.
it's all platforms. I don't think you can really ignore one.
I seen you on the gram though. I feel like.
Yes and no. You know,
Yes.
yes and no. There's some
All right, we'll leave it there.
But all platforms, and I think you pick the one and you gravitate
Right.
to the one you really like and the one you get passionate about. But you can't ignore Facebook business. You can't ignore Instagram. You can't ignore LinkedIn. You have to push your content out on all of that. But for what everybody's doing here, it's confirmation. For me, it solves loneliness.
Right.
Like I'm in a silo downtown.
So you're 2 people in your shop.
Yeah, me and my associate, who's running front
Right.
office, back office, and me being the
Justin,
advisor.
it's you.
Yeah, actually, I made my first hire, so I have
All right,
somebody
good.
who works on administrative, but she's not in the office with me.
Right.
So
And
it's
you
just
have
me.
and you have a partner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's lonely. It's lonely out there.
Well, we were
Yeah.
2 people. It was Barry and I. 7 years ago or whatever.
When your benchmark is you all the time, like it can drive you insane.
Right.
Like you don't know if you're high, you're low, you're in the middle, if you're killing it or not, and you're just like going on.
Right
your gut.
now, so 20 years ago, and you know this, like the way this industry was, you worked at a big brokerage firm, and you were like in a huge boardroom with 50 other financial advisors, stockbrokers, whatever.
There's your benchmark.
Yeah.
But you had people to talk to and
The
compare.
bullpen.
Yeah.
Like what are your clients saying about this?
I'm jealous of that.
So well, now we've replicated that, but it's online, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
100%. Twitter is that. Right. Twitter is the bullpen now. I don't get the lonely thing. I kind of like it.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, I like it because again, the way I've come up, you've always been in that loud, noisy room with guys. But to me, I love now just being alone. And
How many years were you at a wirehouse?
Ooh, all in like 8 years, 8, 9
Right.
years, and it was
I was like
it gets
9 years as a broker, and I always had at least 20 people I worked with.
Yeah.
I never worked in a smaller group than that.
Right.
So it was a huge transition
Yeah.
to go like work in an RIA that had 8 people spread around the country originally.
I just don't know. I don't have anything to reference that. I just don't have that. I don't
Right.
even have a point to
You
reference that again.
It wasn't that
Yeah.
great.
You're not missing. You're not missing.
Yeah, but
anything
when you're 23, 24, and you're in the city, you want to have a beer with someone after work and talk shop a little bit, and that's gone.
Right. So all right. So we rebuilt it. It's online.
And it's in person.
Talked to advisors all over the country.
Yep.
Like I spoke with like 2 advisors today. Just like someone in Virginia, someone out west. Just like what's going on? What are your clients saying? Like what's going on with like markets and how your clients are reacting to stuff, and just having those conversations with people I find to be really, really helpful. I mean, we're all trying to do the same thing, right? We're all trying to help our clients get through great years, boring years, exciting years, but we're all trying to figure out the right way to do it. So like I think that's what we have in common.
I think we've had similar experiences. Everyone in this room has survived an 08, has done drawdowns, and I look to younger advisors. I'm like, they're going to get this. Like
I survived 08 and
see
2000 to 2002.
you got 2 of it.
I got 2 now. I don't want another one.
All you need to do is hold Bitcoin for like 10 years, and you get 3 of them or something like that.
3 a day.
Yeah.
Right. All right. What are we all looking forward to for 2019? Technology, platform stuff. Like what's something on your mind? I know this is spur of the moment. Nobody had any time to prepare.
I'm super excited for the crypto markets in the first quarter of 2019.
Why? What do you think is going to happen?
So, well, let's back up, right? I think one of the things that's been completely ignored this year is that all of the news, say all, right? That's exaggerating. Most of the news that has come out has been positive, right? Led by 2 that comes right off the top of the head. One being Yale getting in and the Fidelity qualified custody solution.
Fidelity's trading platform and custody platform.
Right, is probably the 2 biggest things that people would say. But there's been so much good news that a lot of folks even don't know about. Price didn't move because of it, and there's a lot of cool things that are being built and going to be released in the first quarter, right? And you got backed and a few of the other things that I'm not super excited about, but I think will lend towards.
So you think the market price will start reflecting the institutionalization of the asset?
Yes, after we feel a little bit more pain. I think once we get through the first quarter of 2019, I think, and again, I was just saying this when we were, talking before the video, if folks saw some of the things that was being worked on behind the scenes, some of the private companies and some of the things that are going to come to fruition in the next year or 2 that have an interest in the space, I think you can't help but be excited. So that's one of the things I'm looking forward to in 2019.
What about you? What do you got?
I got 2 things. One's personal, because I don't get excited about the markets. It's just about growth of my firm. So for me, I'm 3 years in on my own firm.
You hired your first person?
Hired my first person.
That's great.
Nice. And just excited about growing the firm.
You hired an advisor or support?
Admin, support.
That's good.
So she actually is my director of operations. Like
she'll be talking to clients?
Right now, it's just back office stuff.
Okay.
Paperwork, filing things, workflows. But eventually, she'll do more.
Because you were doing all that yourself.
Yeah, and all the content.
Right.
But as Douglas and I talked about, like I love what I do. I love the client side. I love the content side. So while I get a lot of people asking, how do you have the time to do this? Well, I love doing it. So I don't watch TV. I do the stuff that I enjoy. So I'm lucky that the stuff that works for my job is something that I enjoy. So I'm excited about.
I feel exactly the same way.
So I'm excited about doing more of that, getting better at it, and seeing the company grow and the brand of my company grow.
Yeah.
The other part of it is this type of stuff. Like this past year, you said we were going to talk about 2018. We're talking about 19, but 18 for me was huge when it came to meeting the people that I admire the most on Twitter. And that sounds corny, but EBI West, meeting Morgan, hanging out with you, meeting Douglas today, Tyrone. This is the first time I've met these guys in person. I feel like I've known them for a while.
Right, we're all sharing each other's links and reading each other's stuff.
Yeah. When they've been on my podcast, we've had other phone calls.
And now we're breaking bread.
Yeah, so next year's going to be even more. Yeah, you got to check out the shirt. Sorry, yeah.
Thanks.
This is one of 2 shirts ever made.
Can we get the shirt in the shot?
Yeah,
we need that.
It's good. It's the goods.
What about you? What are you most excited about?
Child number 2.
Okay.
I think that's from a life point of view, that's big.
Now are you locked in? Do you have to go follow through with this, or?
Oh, we're you know 2 trimesters dialed in. I think.
All right.
I think I'm the dad.
I thought you were just thinking about it.
No. It's happening in March.
you.
That's personal. Business, double down on everything that happened in 2018. It worked. It's working. The pipelines are there. You can create more of
you're
them.
You're killing it right now.
So
now
far,
you're in Lower Manhattan, and you have an assistant.
I do.
And what's the next thing for you? Like, what's the next step?
Our local town of Westfield. You know, all my clientele are moving to the burbs because they're having kids, and I want to be there for them locally.
The millennials are finally buying homes.
Yeah,
it's all happening.
Older millennials have come out of
Older
their
millennials.
older millennials have come out of
older millennials.
they've come out of their parents' basements, cliche, whatever,
Well,
you know.
right.
But they're getting to mid-career.
Yeah,
There's money.
and they need help.
They help. Most dynamic part of their life is probably right now.
I was talking to somebody who's got a big millennial clientele about technology, and they were saying like they don't even want it. You could throw like 80 things in their face.
Relatability. Relate.
They just want they want affirmation that what they're doing, they're on track, and then the technology's great after that.
They already use
Like,
it.
you have to tell people
Yeah.
People want encouragement more than they want. Oh, look, more software. They're not like blown away by software.
No,
it's native to them.
It is crazy time right now in their life. House, kid, job. I mean,
Right,
it's
just
all
call me
happening.
once in a while and be like, what you're doing, it's still working.
Tell me this craziness is happening to you too and your clients as well. Tell me it's normal. Tell me I'll be okay.
Right.
Like I can deal with the market, but like just don't take my job, you know, and it'll be okay.
Right. All right. Well, listen, from the Young Financial Advisor All-Star Squad, is that we're rolling with that?
I'm down with that.
I'll come up with something better.
Hashtag
Thank you for reading all of our stuff this year and following us on all the channels and being along for the ride. Guys, thanks for dropping in unexpectedly.
Absolutely.
And
Thanks for
thanks
having
for
us.
doing the show, and we'll have you all on again soon.